Hi everyone, it's Video Game Gnosis. Today we're trying something new, which is whiskey and a movie. So we watched a new movie that we hadn't seen before and drank some whiskey with it. We're going to give you guys a movie review and we'll finish with our VGG rating, of course, along with our recommendations.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future reviews on whiskey, video games, and movies. This is a non-spoiler review of the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie. We decided to watch it on HBO Max from the comfort of our own home, which was awesome because we could drink our whiskey too. The whiskey we chose to drink was Wild Turkey Longbranch. The footage of the whiskey was taken from our previous review, but we were drinking this during our actual viewing of the movie. Before we do a deep dive into this review, if you're an MK fan, then go see this movie right now. For everyone else who hasn't played the games or is unfamiliar with the series, stick around for our recommendation on what we think is the best way to approach this movie. Alright, ladies first, what did you think about the movie?
It was good. I liked it. I really enjoyed the movie. I liked it a lot. There was some things that I think could use like a little improvement, but I thought it was pretty spectacular with all the special effects. I was really happy to see a lot of the characters, and I thought that they were developed pretty good. It was a good spread, so I had a lot of fun with the movie.
What did you think of the acting?
The acting, it was pretty good, I think. I think generally, like, overall, like, the cast was pretty good. It was well picked. It was believable. Like, I thought, like, they were pretty close to their character counterparts.
Yeah, I personally really liked, Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Not to spoil it for anyone, but they're in the trailers, so just so you guys know. Specifically, Hiroyuki Sanada's portrayal of Scorpion, he did a pretty damn good job, I would say. And, as most of you know him, he's from 47 Ronin and The Last Samurai is where we know him from.
Yeah.
Also, Joe Taslim, who played Sub-Zero, did an outstanding job, I think, in this movie.
It was pretty cool.
Those are my two picks. Do you have any people you think were...
Yeah, no, I agree. They did excellent, perfect. I think, like, right on target for their characters, and it was super cool. But I also kind of want to shout out some of the supporting characters. There was Huang, I think it was, who played Kung Lao. And then also, who else was good? Oh, Josh Lawson. He played Kano, and he had some funny lines, and his character was, he did a good job. It was pretty funny. And then I think there was one other character, who was it? Who played Liu Kang. I think his name's Ludi Lin. Yeah, it was cool. Like, for like Kung Lao and Liu Kang, like, yeah, these are Earth's champions like that.
Yeah, they did pretty good. So now, what did you not like about the movie?
Well, okay, so I'm a movie person. I grew up watching movies, so kind of coming at this from like a movie-goer's point. For me, it was like it was missing some punchlines. Like, it was missing those aha moments. Like, like the moment where it's like you actually state, like, you're like, yes, indeed, he did do it, or something like that. Like, some of the key points were like not stated, or like visually, like, we couldn't see it. It wasn't confirmed, or if they were addressed, it kind of seemed like afterthoughts. Like, I feel like the importance and emphasis on some pretty key story elements were missing, or they were kind of like my personal opinion is they're kind of like misplaced, like kind of like there were some pauses on people or things that were like a little bit different, like kind of like more on the insignificant side, and not quite like really what was going on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to agree with you on there. I personally think the movie suffered from some technical problems, specifically with the pacing and the storytelling. It's not bad per se, but it just wasn't. I guess the best way to put it was not put together in the best possible situation. It could have been better. Yeah, I think that's where it could have used some improvement on. What else? Is there anything else you didn't like?
Well, just the other one is just kind of like the overall tone. Like I feel like the drive. Like I didn't get a strong sense of drive. Like like a reason for all of them gathering. Like there wasn't like this sense of impending doom of Earth, or there was, but there wasn't importance placed on the tournament. Like I kind of wanted to see it fleshed out a little more, like maybe explain a little bit, or just like I wanted a little more emphasis on kind of those key story elements or plot points. The storyline felt like a little bit rushed for me.
All right. So going back to our main point of this video. So once again, if you're a fan, go watch it. And specifically, we're both fans, and we like the series very much.
Yes.
I can definitely say that the characters in this movie were portrayed very closely to what you would see in the video game, and I think they did a very good job. I mean, once again, I could talk for hours about the roles of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Most of their iconic moves are there. I mean, they did a very, very good job. I think of all of the Mortal Kombat movies' history, I mean, I know the old ones weren't good. A lot of people don't care for them, and they have their issues. But this is the best Mortal Kombat has looked, coming from its video game counterpart. It looks really good.
Yeah, I think it's definitely it's worth watching. I think, fan or not a fan, the old movies were kind of fun. They had their, I guess, strong points and weak points. But this was really cool. Like, it was so cool. Like, I thought it was super cool to like see Scorpion and Sub-Zero's powers in action, even with the other guys too. Like, they're not the only ones with super cool powers that came out, like, fantastic special effects wise, and just like, I think it's like as believable as it's gonna get in the movies. And I thought it was super fun and cool.
Now, for all of you who are not fans of the series or who are unfamiliar with the series, our recommendation for you to how to approach this movie would be go into it with an open mind. Don't expect too much story-wise. Not. I wouldn't say it's a very deep story. I will say it's a very suspenseful, action-packed, martial arts, kind of violent, fun. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it has some scenes that are kind of gory, but it's not like consistent, like just like blood and guts everywhere. So like, don't worry too much about that. But there are some parts in the movie, I think, like if they're a little graphic.
Yeah. I guess I kind of like can compare it to. I know this is a weird comparison.
Yeah.
Almost like 300. Like,
okay.
There's semi-serious moments.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of fun moments.
Right.
And then there's like a lot of action with some violence.
Yeah, it's definitely action-packed.
It's kind of like that. That's how I kind of see it in a way.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of vibe to it.
I can see it. Like, it kind of has like a serious tone about it, but it's not all just like super serious and dark, and it has its fun parts, but it's not just an uppity like just action movie. Like, it's really like they really try to develop the world and kind of set the scene and the tone. I think they did a good job with that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys. Well, we recommend that you go see this movie, especially if you're a fan. And if you're not a fan, give it a chance. I think you'd have a lot of fun with it. Now we're gonna give it our official VGG rating.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say it's between a 7. It's between a 7 and a 7.5.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, but which one? I'm on the same page. I feel like 7.5. I think that like there's like gosh, what a task, you know? Like, there's so much history to this. I mean, the Mortal Kombat franchise goes way back into the 90s. There's, like, fans at all different levels. They want to loop new people in. People have their special characters. Some people like really obscure characters. But they did good. They did the special effects. They tried to develop the characters as much as they could. I think 7.5.
I'm gonna have to agree. 7.5, mainly for being a fan. Like,
yeah,
this movie, as a fan, I wasn't really that disappointed. Some of the lore is not spot on, but it's close. Everything's close enough to where I see Sub-Zero on screen, and he looks and he acts like Sub-Zero. Same with most of the cast. Like, it's hard for me to really be angry at this film. I'm not angry at all. I actually quite enjoyed it. Am I disappointed? Maybe slightly in some way. I'm slightly disappointed, mostly for the technical aspect of this movie. But the tone of it, as far as wardrobe, how the characters are, and things of that sort, is pretty spot on to what you'd find in the video games. So, yeah, we're gonna give it our official VGG star rating of 7.5 stars. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Hopefully, we helped you out in making a decision to watch this movie. But yeah, please give it a chance. It's a great movie.
Yeah, and also we do recommend, if you guys are watching some movies, enjoy it with your loved ones, enjoy it with your friends, and enjoy it with a drink.
Yeah,
or whiskey.
preferably.
Would probably be enjoyable.
Preferably a whiskey, guys. All right, you guys have a good one now.
I am the Slayer of Kings! Get over here!
You can thank me, Great.